Go. Now we're doing the dance. There we go. What was that dance called, Robert?
The shag dance.
The shag dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put the Two Smooth Operators intro in there.
Well, hold on. There you go.
You ain't got the cable ready?
No, it won't. There's something going on with my connection with the sound.
Stay tuned for a good episode. Peace.
I like Robert. Robert always in our intro, he says, "Stay tuned for a good episode." So he always puts us at the highest standard. Okay. All right, guys, the Two Smooth Operators, Robert Evers and Michael Brooks. We're doing a podcast. Robert was nice enough to allow me to promote Defense University's class coming up on our podcast. And I've got two people that mean actually a lot to me, not only business-wise, but personal-wise, two kind people. So we got Mark Cobb and Mary Cobb, and they are the proprietors of J.C. Gurry. And it just so happens that's where the next Finch University class is going to be, how to install a gate operator with Coyote Denali. And we all love Coyote as well, too. So we're going to have him on here pretty soon. So, Robert, what about you? You got fence signs out there? Where are they at? I bet you didn't even bring one. Get one ready for us.
Well, I got one, but I'm embarrassed about them. But I'll show. Well, they're about 20 years old.
Okay.
So my dad bought them about 20 years ago, and they got the different number on it. And instead of getting new signs made, he went and got stickers and put across the old number. And I can't stand it, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, we know somebody who can help you out.
Yeah, we do.
I know. And I told him, I said, we're getting signs from them. You know, I'm getting that. I want that reflective sign.
Sure.
Is their phone number happen to be 714-738-6650 at jcgurry.com?
Yeah.
Do you know those guys?
So I need a new sign, so.
Oh, we'll help you out. We'll be happy to.
Well, I wanted to thank you so much for letting us have the class at your facility. But it all started off with you guys at the Finch Show here in Las Vegas last year. You were expressing that you needed a gate operator, and you felt that we'll go with the lowest, cheapest quality. So let's ask Michael Brooks, and let's see if he could do it.
We don't do low, cheapest quality of anything.
No.
Well, not on your signs, that's for sure.
Yeah, not on our operator either.
No.
Well, we got one of the best, one of Robert and I's favorite, the Automatic SL90.
You make Brooks a sign and put his phone number on it. You know who to call. You know, just
that's right, exactly.
Girls, call Michael. No.
Yeah, it's only a 4-hour drive. I'll make it.
That's an easy service call.
Yeah.
We do have a guest room. We have a guest room, and you're definitely welcome to stay anytime you want.
Well, I appreciate that. How far are you guys from like the major metropolitan areas? Like, how far are you guys from LA? And then what's the largest city that's closest to you guys?
Well, Anaheim, Disneyland is 7.5 miles down the road. So it all kind of just hooks together. We don't really consider LA the metropolitan area because we don't really want to go there.
It's so much stuff there. We don't like LA. I don't go there.
We don't like LA at all. We definitely don't want to fly out of LA.
We're Orange County.
Yeah, Orange County. Okay. So
I lived in Fountain Valley for a while. In Santa Ana, how far is that from you guys?
That's not far from here.
20 minutes or so.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's still Orange County, not LA.
Yeah, that's not LA. So
those players are probably 100 miles from us.
No.
Oh, okay.
Altadena is only
50 miles away.
Well, probably 35.
More technical. I round up.
Let's take bets and see who's right.
Yeah.
So we were at the Finch Show and last year was September, maybe?
Yeah.
September 11th. Yeah, is when it started. And you guys expressed interest in needing a gate. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what you guys wanted and why you guys wanted to automate that gate that's in front of your office?
Well, I mean, we're on the end of a cul-de-sac in a industrial area. You know, it's all concrete tilt-ups, and there's a lot of employees that park on the street, not ours. Everybody parks in our parking lot, but they park on the streets, and so there's not a lot of room when they bring the semi trucks down here, and we get people that are running over our planter beds with the semi trailers, and you know, backing in and hitting stuff and knocking stuff over, and so we want to just kind of block that off by having the gate closed under normal business hours. And, you know, the office has a pretty good view of anybody who's walking in, but, you know, if you're looking at your computer or whatever, you can't see everything. And we've had a couple incidences.
Well, even before I was married to Mark, we had a homeless guy ride his bike down, and we didn't see him, and he went. The gate closes and the employees park on the other side of the gate. And they went in and broke about 3 windows and stole things out of their car. Then I chased them down on the bike. And then another
ran
time,
them over.
we've had salespeople, they see the office and they avoid us, and they go around and go into the shop and start talking to people without going through the office.
Yeah.
Or we had a homeless lady, she stole a broom and ran away. So we're like, okay, we want to avoid some of this riffraff. It's about time we grow up and get a gate that opens and closes. And I like the push button idea that it can work like that.
With an app or a
I'm
remote.
so excited because we always have to pull it and it's heavy. I mean, we've had it 20 some years.
And not have to be able to clean it and lock it.
it.
Because we did have a guy come in
with
one
bolt
night
cutters and cut the chain.
and then tried to actually steal a customer's trailer that we were lettering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so there's a reason why we need to get.
Gotcha.
Well, let me tell you something. Welcome to being spoiled, because when that gate opens up, you're gonna be spoiled, and when it doesn't open, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna, you have to get out and open the gate when it don't work.
Yeah, we'll have Brooks's number.
So let me ask a question, because I don't really know anything about these gates. Like, is there a thing you can release and physically push it if the electronic part doesn't work?
Robert, why don't you handle that?
Yeah, on the automatic. What type of you putting automatic in?
Yeah, we're putting an automatic SL90 with the new Pro board in there.
Well, it has a foot pedal on it, and that's why me and Brooks really like automatic slide gate operators, because it has a foot pedal on the outside of it where you can put a padlock or some type of lock there in a hole, and you take the lock out and you just push the foot pedal down and move it to the side, and that disengages the gate where you can open it freely by hand.
Oh, that's good to know for backup. Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, and what's great about it is there are different gate operators that don't physically release the mechanical part in there. So it actually makes it a little bit harder to push open and pull closed. In this particular instance, it mechanically releases from any resistance that's on it. So all you're really doing is pushing the weight of the gate. And you guys already know what that is. So if you can do it now, you'll do it. So as a matter of fact, in the manual, they show somebody in high heels actually doing it. That was Robert, but I didn't want to say.
I try not to wear heels to work.
Well, that's what he answered in.
Well, you know, it's how much you're paying me.
Yeah, I'm one of those strippers where they pay me to put my clothes back on.
Oh.
So anyways, but yeah, the manual has it's somebody in high heels in it, and I really think that, Robert, wouldn't you say that that's fair to say? If the gate is mechanically sound, it should be to where you're just pushing the weight of the gate, but there are some that aren't like that.
So the majority of the gate operators is you flip a switch, and they're kind of hard to push open versus having that.
Yeah, because you're actually physically got the torque and stuff on the sprocket or whatever mechanism
but
it is.
An emergency, if something happens and we need to have UPS pick up or deliver something, we can still open the gate.
Yes, yeah, if it goes out. But another feature of the SL90 is that it has battery backup. So if you lose power, for the most part, unless you're losing power for a couple of days, it'll
Right.
handle. I haven't run out of the batteries, so I think Robert, are they saying 50 cycles or 100 cycles or something like that?
I always say 2 to 3 days.
Okay, gotcha. So
so
just
they
depending
always
upon the
do.
environment.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
really exciting. I'm learning a lot about gates as we go, so this is, I knew I wanted one, but I'm learning more, and it's exciting. I hope that other people, as they watch this, learn and find the uses, because you just think of a gate, but you don't know the details.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot
and
of details.
what's that, Robert?
So a lot of details in the gate operator world.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah, there are. And sometimes you don't necessarily know what you're looking for until somebody explains it to you. But one of the things that we had also talked about, which from what I understand, you're basically saying security, limiting access, which is what this is. So to be part of your overall security.
Yes. I mean, especially having somebody to get through the office, and not come through the office and sneak around. Everybody in the shop is busy, but we've had, like Mary said earlier, we've had people actually come in the back door to the office, right? It's like, whoa, wait, what are you doing
the
back
girls
there?
in the office.
And so we would much rather have the only way to get into the building, unless you've been granted access to the yard, would be to come to the front office.
Yeah.
Well, Robert, it's been a little while since I've set up the app. Did they have a notification if the gate opens? Does it send a push notification to the phone?
I don't know what type of app
We're gonna use the one that's branded for All-O-Matic, the Next system.
Okay.
I
haven't used that one yet.
Okay.
But I'm pretty much, they're all about the same, as far as like, if it's an app, it's going to have a button for open and button for or latch open, and they'll have a button to release the latch open and it closes. I don't know if it tells you how many times the gate's been open or closed, or how many times it's been used during the day. I do not have that information because I haven't installed one like that. Now, my experience with the MyQ, I don't think it has that feature.
Okay.
In the MyQ, so
I'll double check and put that in the comments, but I'm sure that I'm almost certain that it has it. So we'll double check. But basically, Mark and Mary, what we're talking about is when the gate opens, you get a notification on your phone.
Yeah, that would be
That's
cool.
good. That's good.
Well, then if it does that, it's probably we'll let you know how many times.
This is going to be so awesome. I'm so excited to have everyone here and to learn about this and have this happen. This is just wonderful.
And the total bonus, though, will also give everybody a tour of how signs are made. So there's a lot more to it than a lot of people realize.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've seen some of the machines from other people's videos, so I'm pretty excited about that. Well, let me just ask a couple more questions about what y'all want, so everybody understands what they're going to get, and then I want to talk to you about really something that's truly important. I think somebody stole this idea from me, but you guys told me a lot of people have been doing this for a long time, using UL 325 signs to promote their business.
Absolutely.
And you guys are the expert in it because you guys make UL 325 signs for a lot of people, right?
Yes, we do. A lot of manufacturers as well.
Gotcha. So when you're in the office and when people are outside, how are you expecting people to interact with the gate? Are you wanting a keypad to open the gate in case you've got to go out the vehicle gate to get some trash, bring it back in, or vice versa? How is UPS going to get in? How are your employees going to get out? What were you guys thinking, or were you just open to anything?
Well, we're open to a certain degree. Now, the way I envisioned it was, once you're in the yard, during office hours, if you pull up to the gate, the loop would actually activate it so you could get out. So nobody has to interact with anything other than just pull up to the gate if you're already inside. Now, as far as getting in, I don't know that a keypad is what we want, because you're having to get out of the car, unless you're somebody who, because I haven't really worked out the UPS, but they always come at the same time. So we were thinking about just opening the gate at 3 o'clock, because that's when they come, and then closing it again at like 3:15. But
yeah, that would be a regular daily thing. If he has a delivery in the front, we could see him. I'm thinking there could be some type of a button, like a garage door opener, only something else,
or a remote,
or a button,
remote,
yeah, a remote, or something on the side of the building.
or app.
We can let them in if we have a delivery, a big rig delivering something or picking up. We could let them in and out. And we're also thinking of leaving it open during lunch, so employees, well, they can get in and out if you have that other idea.
Right.
But we do want to control the access to coming in and out. But during the day, there's going to be events that we need to do it personally. I don't know what you suggest, Mike.
Well, after hours, because our shop foreman, basically, he lives close, and he handles pretty much everything down here if we get an alarm or anything else. So he would have.
Well, he would have
a
access,
remote
like
or his app, but I mean, we don't want the control loops and stuff to work after we close. So I don't want somebody to be able to get over through the razor wire and get over and take a shovel or a piece of metal and rub it over.
They won't be able to take a shovel and open it.
Okay. I just know some of the gates I've worked with in landscaping was, we just took a shovel and drug it across the loop and the thing opened.
It takes a good volume amount of metal to go over these loops. Now you have different sensitivities on a loop, and you can normally I have my sensitivity about halfway, and no shovels, no rakes, a piece of pipe can't open it.
Okay, all right.
So sometimes it's hard to pick up golf carts and motorcycles.
Okay,
so,
right.
Yeah, loops pretty secure.
Those, but yeah.
What I was thinking about, Robert, was possibly using the double checking to see if there is something that I could do off the control board with possibly the timer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up another timer that just sets the loop to where it doesn't work after 5.
Yeah,
and
that's what I would do.
Yeah, that's so that way they don't have any worries if somebody gets over there and then steals a vehicle. That'll definitely be able to open it.
So is that what most people do anyway? Is that what most companies do?
No. No, most of them just take the risk. So if you're out there looking, so Brian Dixon had the right thing, 7-day timer.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, and I got a timer that I use that pretty much everybody else uses too.
And real quickly, what were you saying about who has access to it all the time? Are you going to have your employees have a little remote clicker, or just a couple of the supervisor and a couple of people?
Well, we would just probably want
supervisors.
Well, 2 probably is all we would have. We'd have Heidi and Lou to have the ability to come down when we're not open, and then also a Polinar, which is our shop foreman.
Yeah, just not one for everybody.
No,
because like you said, if one of the people they decide to go to lunch, they can get out, and that's all the shop employees. The office people park in the front. So. Yeah,
it would be only somebody who has alarm codes to the building and keys.
Okay. Well, then a keypad, the only benefit about a keypad is in that emergency. So in an emergency, somebody who doesn't have access to the remotes or other things on property. However, as long as you got Wi-Fi, your app's going to be good to go. So
I'm not opposed to a keypad. I wouldn't want that to be the main use
No.
on the system.
Gotcha. You would want the keypad for UPS.
Now that would actually work perfect for UPS, because we have the same UPS driver 90% of the time. And, of course, if he has a sub, this is the code, and the code doesn't work after 5 o'clock.
Well, Brian's giving us comments too.
Yeah, that's not Brian.
Brian Dixon.
Brian Dixon
writing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was giving suggestions about loops, and well, if we're going to get information about loops, it might as well be from the
Brian,
authority.
Of course,
Right.
Barry's known Brian since he was little.
I remember when his dad used to do the loops at the security
Wow.
shows with my dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah.
he's still in my book. He's still little, so
Yeah, but he can grow a beard now.
He's young.
gotcha. Well, so I think we kind of got it, the basics down. And for anybody out there that's listening for a small industrial complex like this, a lot of these features can be added on afterwards with very, very little cost to the actual end user. So don't be scared if you don't get the keypad right away, or you need to add the app or anything like that. It's just a small amount. Now, loops that's going to be an expense, but we already got loops factored in there. So
I have a question.
Go.
Are y'all going to put any kind of emergency device on for ambulance, police, fire department?
We probably
should.
should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
a
you
good
should.
idea.
We'll have to talk to Coyote about that to see what the regulations are close by. So, all right. Well, Brian is adding some more input on there. So really, on top of the signage that you have for gate operators, and you guys make them for a lot of manufacturers,
Right.
They don't just have to be telling people that the gates are operating and they can open anytime.
Right.
Do any of y'all's customers use their signage for marketing, their UL 325 signage for marketing?
You bet.
We have quite a few now. This is one
Oh,
for
yeah.
Fence King we did for Fence King Dan Blanc.
All right.
We have
this is generic, this is what most of the manufacturers use. This one, this one's in English. We do some in French for Canada.
Okay.
And then we got R&S. They're a big door company
In California.
In California and Gate. We do this on all of their signs.
And find the torsion one, because that's facing a different
Yeah, that's
way.
actually a horizontal.
Yeah. So I mean, we do
this for torsion.
Versatile, and it faces a different way.
So, but we have all different, just pretty much any kind of gate, the guillotine gates, all of those. We have a different sign for all of those.
So it can give the message you need, plus it can get your name and phone number out there, which is an added plus. It always is good to advertise.
Now, what is different with our stuff? It's O2O aluminum, so it's not totally stiff, but it's very durable, and it's mylar laminated. So we put a plastic coating once it's printed. We put a plastic coating over it, which adds a lot of UV protection and an additional scratch. I mean, it's really hard to scratch. And this is what most of the digital printers, they don't do. And we're using UV inks, which we have to cure them under high intensity UV light or they don't dry. So they got a lot more pigment. And actually got pigment because digital printers actually have dye. Their inks are made up of a dye base. And so they tend to fade out very quickly.
Well, our storage, where we go for storage, they have a plastic gate on the gate, and it's already faded, and it hasn't even been a year. We kind of made fun of it. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't hold up. Like, why put it up if it's not going to last?
If no one out there follows Mark on LinkedIn or even on Facebook, I would highly recommend, because not only does he do the great signs that are out there, he also does the dumb signs that he sees. I want to see that plastic one too, if y'all ever get a chance to take a picture of it.
I got it. It's on there. It's on there right now. It's all the ink is just kind of all crumbling off.
Yeah, we took a picture.
I think as a matter of fact, I know Automatic, they have one of the high-end aluminum ones as well too, correct?
We've made signs for Automatic, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, do y'all still make them or no?
I'm not sure, because the last Automatic sign I saw, it wasn't coated on both sides. It was raw aluminum on the back, and I know we don't do that.
They might have gone somewhere else.
They could have got another supplier as well, but we've made a lot of signs for Automatic.
Well, leave it to me to put my foot in my mouth, right?
It doesn't matter.
It's business, baby.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But we
Well-
do door king and maximum controls and
High security.
High security.
and I think we do some Viking and some others. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, they do a blanket order, and then we ship like 500 or 1,000 a month to them, and that way it's already
Some
standing. They know it's
cases,
coming.
Yeah, high
their-
security is like
Yeah.
3,000 a
That's
month.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. They're selling a lot of gate operators.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
so is it exponential in cost if I go with a plastic sign and I buy 100 of them for $1,000 or whatever it is? If I wanted to go with an aluminum one, and I buy 100, is it 10 times that? Is $10,000 or
No,
basically?
Typically a gate operator sign is probably $3, $4, somewhere in that area in aluminum. Plastic is a little bit cheaper, but the plastic is a temporary sign. We always recommend that you use it for a couple years, right? But I mean, they last a lot longer than that. But the plastic, the plasticizers in the actual plastic tend to dry out. They get brittle. Sometimes they can yellow a little bit, and so the aluminum, it doesn't, it does not get brittle. I mean, it's there. We're using the high quality UV inks on both, either plastic or, but with that Mylar lamination, we're getting 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years.
Oh yeah.
On a sign. So, if you have to buy 2 or 3 plastic signs for one aluminum sign, then it's
some of it is just location like if it's in the sun a lot or depending where the location is. And if people put white on the plastic, we painted white, and then it wouldn't yellow as bad. It could hold up. I mean, our stuff will hold up. We can figure out stuff, but aluminum is definitely a superior product for signs.
Now for cost, we're screen printers. Okay, so it's a whole different process than digital print. Digital print is like a inkjet on steroids, and so they can print all the colors at one time, just like your printer for your computer. We have to send the sheet through once for every color. So it's pretty complicated and takes a lot of skill to line up so you have nothing overlapping, because that changes colors and stuff. But there's a lot of setup that's involved before we print one. Whereas with digital printing, it costs the same for the first print as it does the 1,000 prints, right? So we have around $114 on the initial setup. So when you order 100 signs, that $114 has got to be applied to the 100 signs. So, it's comes out to $1.14. So
if you give 500, it spreads out.
Yeah, so that's still the same initial cost, but if you order 1,000, now it's 14 cents, right? So
what's a minimum order on those signs?
On 100, we'll print 50, but the problem is printing 50.
You still have to pay more for it.
It kicks the price up $1, per sign. So the sweet spot, there's a huge difference between 100 and 250, or 100 and 500, right? When you get out to 1,000, you're saving 14 cents. I mean, it's costing 14 cents instead of $1.14. But where you see the big change is from 100 to 250 and 250 to 500. So if you're in that range, the prices come down. And so you've got a price on digital printing that is here, and it's straight line all the way across.
Right across my
Gotcha.
Ours starts higher for the 100, but then we come down. So it gets cheaper. The more that you print on screen printing, the cheaper each piece is.
Gotcha.
So we try to encourage people to get at least 250. We'll print as low as 50, but 100s usually we try to make that the minimum.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So those are going to last 10 years. So from a plastic sign, is it 10 times the cost then, or really it's more?
No, actually, it's
No.
probably about probably 15 or 20% difference at the most.
Yeah,
Well,
and we like to warn people, but they can last too. If people are on a budget, they want to start out and then they can switch to aluminum later. We're there for you guys to help. If you want a cheaper sign, we'll help you out. We'll let you know.
Yeah, that's good though. You offer the plastic one too. So that's
we're not we have a lot of people who order plastic, not so much in fence.
But we do a lot of security. But when my dad was doing this many, many years ago, plastic cost a lot less. And so it would be like half the price of aluminum. So we did a lot more plastic signs in the day. And it would hold up still. I mean, we warned people, but a lot of people said, you know what, it hasn't been in the sun. It's lasting 5-7 years. We'll go for it. And it saves them money. And then people later on, they decide to switch to aluminum. So the price of plastic has gone up as
anything that's tied to oil.
But it's still a little bit less, and it's still a decent product.
Yeah, well, that's the name of the game because it's like that in the gate world. You have different type of products that are more expensive, more quality. Exactly. You got some products that are less expensive and not as good as quality. So
it's value.
But
right? That's the thing.
But if it serves if it serves your purpose for now, and you're on a budget, we understand that. So.
Well, I think for the gate guys out there that are listening to this, I want you to understand that it doesn't necessarily have to be at a consumable cost. This is not an item that you just have to factor into everything. In your service contracts, when you go take over a new property, if their sign is faded or they don't have signs or they don't have a sign on both sides or in the visible areas of the gate, this is a profit center as well too. And on top of that, you'll be able to take advantage of the marketing. In some areas of the country, California and Texas and Florida being like the primary gate operator states, you may have a homeowners association community where you service the homeowner association, but people inside that property also have gates. So all it's going to take is just a few sales from that sign to basically make this a free advertisement tool for your company.
Ooh, that's a good idea, Michael.
We also have another product which it started out really with the gate operators, because I guess in your industry, a lot of people like to peel off and over sticker and that kind of thing on the operators. And so we have what's called a foam back aluminum sign, and it's the 020 aluminum, and it's just peel and stick, and it's 90 pounds per square inch, and once it's on, you can't get it off by hand. I mean, you can get it off with tools and things, but you can't get it off by hand. And it's got a little raised lip on it, so if somebody's trying to over sticker you, it's very simple just to take it off.
Do they put those on gate operators?
On the operators themselves, not the gates, but the operators.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so those,
I'm learning still.
And those usually we make them a lot smaller. We can make them bigger, but it's and it's got the Mylar lamination on it, and so we also make decals as well, and we can do the high tack decals.
There you go.
There you go, right there.
Yeah, I like that. That's nice.
That's a nice looking decal, Michael.
Yeah.
That really is. And from the people at the Bench University, we really want to say we appreciate you supporting education. This is a perfect example of you guys hosting all of these young men and young women that are going to come to your facility. But this is also a perfect example that you're really getting the word out about education. And with all due respect, people, when you look at the sticker, this is not just something that they printed on just some little machine. This is like multicolor, multi-layer. And Mark, tell us what you did with this this gold leaf that you had to figure out on the label.
The gold leaf is we always have to Mylar laminate that because it has a tendency to not want to stick or can scratch off. So It's of course, more expensive ink, but
It's the gold leaf ink that's in with the UV ink. It's
yeah.
mixed in.
So you can see that the gold is just on the outside, not the yellow, but the gold on the the olive.
Leaves,
Yeah, the
leaves.
olive.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So we went ahead and we Mylar laminated that decal. So
That's
it's
why it
got the
looks shiny.
extra UV protection and scratch resistance. I mean, you could rub your fingernail across that, and you're not getting anything off of it.
And that's why it looks shiny, because
we don't,
of the lamination.
Yeah, we don't Mylar laminate all decals. We can. And if you want to go one step up, like where you guys are at in Las Vegas, if you get something there, you're going to have something that's in the sun, direct sun, southern, southwest exposure all day long. We can go up to one level to what we have a tough coat product, which is an aerospace material that actually gives like even an additional 3 years over the Mylar lamination.
Added durability.
And it's a few cents more, but
a lot of people use it actually, and they say their signs just don't fade from it. So
yeah.
But
well,
it costs more.
People have to understand that the last data that I looked at, that people move every 3 to 5 years, and you're limited in the amount of time that you have some of these residential customers and some of these property managers. They might not know who services the gate when they sell their home or sell a property, and having your phone number on the gate and on the gate operators is a no-brainer. I mean, there's tons of people that I know that if you put this on the gate operator with your company name and your company logo, I mean, you're going to be either the first one called or the only one called.
Right.
And you got to keep that in mind. This is not just an expense, a consumable expense. This is something that you guys need. Well, we've been going. I told you it's only going to take 15 minutes. We've been going 36 minutes. So, Robert, think of any question that you've got to ask Mark and Mary, and I'm just going to ask them one more thing.
I got one more question that I've been thinking about your sign. I have a brother that's blind, and I just thought about this. Can you put Braille on the sign?
No, we cannot.
I wish we could. We just don't have the ability to do that.
Yeah, there's two things that we really can't do.
Certain machinery that we just don't have.
Yeah, we can't do the Braille, and that's not the first time we've been asked.
Nice question, though.
And the other item is that we cannot do sequential numbering. So if you wanted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that, numbers on, we can't do that because the screen, we have to have a screen for every color. So if you changed it, we'd have to have a new screen for every single, sequential number.
Just to make clear, I was thinking, if my phone number is 804-1111, but you mean having sign number 1, sign number 2, sign number 3.
Right, exactly. Because we do a lot of
they want parking stickers and they want sequential numbers.
We do equipment tags, but we can't put numbers on. We can block out spaces that can be either engraved or they can actually tap the numbers in.
Or we have address plates and we die cut numbers, and you can put numbers
on something like that. But we just can't
DECALS.
Screen print sequential numbers.
Yeah.
If it's one phone number or 2 phone numbers, no problem, because that'll be on the screen. But if you had a phone number that changed every single sign, then
I got you.
Something real quick, Robert. If you say you have 2 locations, a lot of the fence guys do, gate operators. We can do, if let's say I only need 50 at this location, I only need 75 for the other. We can do what we call a copy change and give you the big 150 or 250 piece price, but just change your phone number for an art charge, and then you still get the better piece price, but you get 2 products for one. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So that we've done that to help a lot of people out.
Okay.
Well, one last question that I got. By any chance, do you guys do magnets?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. I didn't know that.
We have some.
We got one right here. We got to go underneath Mary's desk. Where? I thought you were
find one. During one.
We're in Mary's office.
I have all my travel. Well, here's one I did.
Yeah, we definitely can do business card magnets. We can do vehicle magnetics.
Here.
Now they're two different thicknesses.
Well, we die cut this one. I got this off my file cabinet that matches their sign.
Okay.
Which way does it go? Like
It's
that?
right there, you're good.
But we could do rectangle like business card shapes or, custom shapes.
And we do this is a thickness of 020. The vehicle magnets we put on vehicles
They're
is
thicker,
030.
030. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
thicker.
Well, from a marketing perspective, you guys, which is one of the reasons I would focus on this, in addition to the advising people that the gates are moving open and closed, is you have some things that serve your marketing purposes a tad bit better. And these signs are important, but a lot of data that I've looked at says people do not throw away magnets and books. So there's a lesson to be learned, especially if you are doing commercial properties, because there's tons of these men and women out there that are managing properties that have a refrigerator in their break room. So what's the minimum quantity on like a business card type of magnet, just like
100,
a 2x?
100. We make the exception. I said we can do 50, but again, it's a higher price.
Gotcha.
Now, on vehicle magnetics, we just have a minimum of 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're much bigger.
But going along with your advertising there's a phrase I like. It's if you're proud of your work, put your name on it, right?
Oh yeah. And if you like it, you should put a ring on it too. I mean, that's also.
I did that.
He did that.
I did it in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
We did it in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Y'all did?
We got married in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we've been married almost 12 years.
Yeah.
12 years.
Well, I've never met a happier couple. And you guys, the energy that you guys have is so exciting. And I just wanted to personally, again, thank you for hosting us and the Finch University. Robert, thanks for letting me promote this on our show.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Robert, thank you.
And you guys down there on the bottom, you see Mark and Mary's phone number. And you see their website. Who do they talk to if they just want to call and said, "Hey, I want 100 signs"? Who would they ask for?
They don't have to ask for anybody. Anybody who answers the phone,
they know how to quote. They can take care of you.
But you got Ashley and you got Lou and you got Diane and Heidi. Heidi's the big boss, but she could do anything.
But everyone that answers can take care of you right away.
Yep,
We've always wanted that kind of service. My dad, we go old school. And we don't like voicemail except after hours. We want a live person to answer the phone, give you answers right away. Yeah. If we don't know it, we call you right back. But we like to give good service, and people appreciate that.
There's no push 1 for English, 2 for Spanish. There's none of that. Whoever answers the phone can help you.
We answer Hungarian. I'm sorry, we left that out.
Oh, that's right.
My dad's Hungarian.
Oh. Well, do y'all speak redneck? Because Robert and I might want to call here pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we speak redneck.
Yeah, talk to Lou. He's a real redneck.
He might have a run for his money with this one over here. With this one over here.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be great.
Well, what's that poster on the back wall there with is that a band?
Beatles.
The Beatles, the one and only Beatles.
Mary's a Beatles fan. I was
in 5th grade when they came out, so I grew up with them.
Awesome, man. I love the Beatles.
I do too. Yeah, people give me these as gifts, so I just put them all up in my office.
All right.
Well, I gotta again thank you for the stickers. This is some serious stickers. So at the Finch show and at the Finch cruise and the next couple of classes, you guys will be able to get these stickers.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So definitely appreciate it. So yeah.
It's not a sticker.
Oh God. Oh no. I made a faux pas.
Stickers, and we know what they are. Mark likes to do the decal deal.
It's a decal.
Decal, man.
These right here are stickers that you can buy at Dixie Gary, right? If you want them,
you can call them whatever you want, but they're decals.
Yeah, just as long as you buy them from JC Gary, call it whatever you want, right?
Exactly.
Well, we're gonna leave the sign queen and the sticker king.
Decal.
The decal king.
No, we can say decaf.
Decaf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is like decaf. The sticker is a decaf.
Hey, are you guys going to be at Fence Tech this year?
Absolutely, yes. 18,
Okay, cool.
Lou
Well,
and Heidi.
Yeah.
Lou and Heidi will be there too.
Booth 1801.
1801. Well, Robert and I are coming to support people like you that have supported us, and we're going to be doing our show
Great.
from there as well too. So we'll stop by your booth, and I'll ask you a bunch of dumb sticker questions.
That's cool. Yes, absolutely.
That'd be great. Look forward to seeing you.
You guys have a wonderful night, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting the class on February 12th
We're
through the
looking
14th.
forward to it.
We are, and it's our pleasure, and it's just a blessing and wonderful.